Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Well, not another episode. Welcome to a new episode of a new series. It's Mario Kart World, guys. Hey, listen, if you guys were here, okay, if you guys were here for the last episode of the of this if you were here for the last episode of Mario Galaxy, Jesus Christ, bro. If you were here for the last episode of Mario Galaxy, yes, I was doing a little character farming, but if you were here for the last episode of Mario Galaxy, you guys would know that my plans for this series were going to be that it was going to come right after Galaxy, and that it is. We are going to be doing Mario Kart World. Now, I'm going to keep it 150 with you. I know the rough idea of what we're doing for a good portion of this Let's Play, but I don't have the full picture of how we're doing everything yet, right? I know that I want to do all of the Grand Prix and Knockout Tour rallies, and I want to potentially do some Versus Cup, 4-race Grand Prix sort of things themed after every character, and just kind of have fun with it and have those really be like probably what takes up a good chunk of episodes, but they're not necessarily what, I would say the whole Let's Play initially starts off as. So we're going to be doing that, hopefully, and we're going to be starting off with the Mushroom Cup. As you guys could tell, I've actually done the Mushroom Cup and the Flower Cup already, and yes, I haven't done past that because I've been too busy doing literally everything else. I figured what I'm probably going to do for every Grand Prix is I want to use like a different character, maybe a different card every Grand Prix, and just use something that feels thematically right for the character. And I figured there's no better way you could start off a Let's Play, no better way you could start off a series than with a Mario standard cart, right? I'm not even using an outfit. I do have a couple outfits for Mario, but nothing too elaborate. Don't worry, guys. This isn't my first time playing. I don't have smart steering on, if you could believe it, because listen, something that I failed to acknowledge, okay? Something that I completely failed to acknowledge about any of my experience with this game thus far. Cool, coin block is our first item. I want to go on the rail. It's not faster, but I'm like, you know what? I figure it's an alternate route of sorts. Thanks, man. That's great. That's so great. But I figured, like, Mario. Okay, dude. I figured Mario Standard Kart would be a great way to start it. Like I said, it's something I have failed to kind of let you guys in on with this game and my experience with it so far is that I have invested. Oh my God, what is happening, dude? It's like they know what. Excuse you. Something I failed to acknowledge to you guys that I have played a whopping 30 hours of this game and I have no life it. It's really bad, man, and I've had the game for, I want to say just under a week, right? I want to say just under a week I've had the game. I kind of want to get rid of these green shells. I don't exactly, well, I didn't really get rid of them in time, but now I just got a single green. The good news, listen, this is one thing I will definitely give Mario Kart World, man, is I really like that if there are any defense items that you would normally hold behind you, they are automatically held behind you. And I will attest to the fact that, as a lot of people have probably mentioned in the past before, it does tend to take a minute to get used to that, right? If you are very used to the Mario Kart instincts of games prior to this, it takes a little adjusting here. For funsies, I just want to do this. Showcase a little wall riding. Ooh, and I get to dodge a blue shell in the process. Let's go. You'll love to see it. Don't worry, you'll see more where that came from on DK Spaceport, because my God, is DK Spaceport just the map for wall riding. I will also tell you guys, by the way, that I am not going to completely aim for 3 stars every cup. I simply just want to aim for more of a gold trophy approach to all of the Grand Prix, all of the knockout tours, because to be honest, man, RNG can mess you up pretty bad in this game, and the CPUs they rubber band in this game, and I wouldn't argue that it is as bad as, say, Mario Kart 64, where they are just utterly insane and have no semblance of morale or any sense of restraint, right? They are just cruel. And I don't really know much more to tell you other than they are cruel and unusual, and it's rude of them to do what they do. Cool. So, hey, funny little thing worth mentioning. We are actually heading to Crown City. This is kind of, if you guys have heard me talk about the intermission tracks in the past, anytime I talk about this game, this is what they are basically. You're driving from we're driving from Mario Bros. Circuit, the track we were just on, to Crown City, which is the next, track in the Grand Prix. And I have obviously gave my thoughts on these types of roads. As you can obviously tell, they are not as twisty and turny as, say, they're not as twisty and turny as, say, the regular tracks are. That being said, I don't know if you can tell what my approach is. I like to make my own fun of these, okay? Now, maybe I'll change that up a little bit if I'm playing online, because honestly, I feel like the intermission tracks do become a lot more naturally engaging as a result of going up against human players in it. But I do think that part of the fun for me as well on intermission tracks is going to any of the fun rail grinding I can do. Like, I could do rail grinding here, or I could miss it, or I could do it here. Or I could mess it up. Okay, you know what? Hey, listen, we're not doing great. I didn't mean to let that go. I was trying to spam get the item out. I want to go on the glider. That feels like the mood. Trick off these a little. Just again, for the fun of it, you know? Listen, here's the thing. If I am going to be likely to lose any tracks when I do these, it's going to be the intermission tracks, because I guarantee you guys half of the time I will not be doing what is always the fastest, right? I will not always be doing what the fastest thing you can do is on any given intermission, because really, intermissions, it's... I think the big thing you'll hear a lot of people who aren't the biggest fan of them say is that nothing really matters until you actually get to the actual track, and I would agree with that to an extent, right? I think really things are very casual up until you get to Six Snipe. Let's go. Things are very casual up until I couldn't do the trick. Things are very casual up until you actually get to the destination track and you drive a lap around it. Which, I've heard some people, again, have complaints about that sort of system. I almost got screwed over by the classic blue shell at the end of the race effect. That would have been quite the conundrum. What are we at? 8 minutes? Oh, man. Okay, time's flying by a bit more. See, something that I wasn't exactly sure about how the structure of these were going to work. Okay. Something I wasn't exactly sure about how the structure of doing these were going to work was I didn't exactly know what, the time frame for each video would entail if most of the time what we're doing is, 4 races in a Grand Prix like this, you got one track of actually driving 3 laps around it, and then 3 that are the intermission or driving to the track, right? So I kind of didn't know what the sort of time frame with that was going to look like. Can I hit that? Dude. Oh, wait. I'll hit this one? Dude, I would have had to have a different alignment. Oh, see, this is what I mean, man. Like, I know by all means what I am doing right now and the way that I am playing these intermissions. It's not faster. Okay, let's get that abundantly clear. It's not faster, but it's fun, right? It's just plain and simple fun. Like, this is clearly slower because it's on an outer path. But, like, come on, man. I just like the joy of just joyously riding down those sections, and it's all around a fun time. Again, I think I don't personally agree with what people think about the intermissions very much, but if you're coming from a place of wanting to have the classic Mario Kart fun that you're typically going to have, and have the stakes be at the typical level that they are from Mario Kart Race, intermission tracks won't really do that, because again, nothing truly matters on these intermission tracks until you get to lap 3, I would say, right? Or the last lap in general, because some of them aren't exactly. But see, here's the funny thing. Nothing really matters until this 3rd lap. Well, we're kind of on the 3rd lap. Let's see if I can actually practice some of the beginning tech that I learned on Whistle Stop. This is one of the more tech-heavy tracks in the game, so I'm not really sure. Will I be able to do it? Oh, let's go. And then I know that I think there's something different people do there, but that's what I do. This is one of the tech tracks that I'm not exactly as good at, but you know, I have my own little ways of doing it. Hold on, I got to impress you guys. Hold on. I think it wasn't the best implementation of it, but it's something. Like I said, I've been time trialing tracks a lot, and I have time trialed a little bit of this track. Not the most in the world, but I have done it. I won't risk losing the race, so I'll just kind of... Ooh, I did not mean to... Whoa, I didn't know I'd be getting a low truck off of that. But I got a huge breakaway there. Yeah, this is definitely a bit of a runner track, so if you can kind of get yourself up and running, really, it's kind of... it's pretty free, honestly, getting the lead on this. Now, of course, it's going to be a lot more close and competitive if you're playing online. You know, again, we're playing offline. We're playing against CPUs. But the CPUs do actually pack a little bit of a punch in this game, okay? They do pack a tad bit of a punch. So you got to cut a little slack in that regard. Something that I have mentioned, by the way, that I am a huge fan of with this game, okay? Something that I have mentioned that I am a huge fan of with this game is the fact that... you know, when you're driving the intermission segments on these tracks, there is these this assortment of jukebox music that plays, which, if you don't know what that essentially means... Ooh, let's go. Okay, I'm just going to hop off here. Again, I am far behind now, but God, was that fun. Again, like, it's one of those things, man, where you can call it me just trying to make enjoyment out of a not as engaging situation. But I think... part of the appeal to me is that when you're doing the intermission segments like this, dude, you're just kind of messing around. You're really doing whatever, man. And by doing whatever, I mean I am in 12th right now. Dry Bones, you piece. I play a lot of Dry Bones, and that was rude. But one of my favorite parts about these intermission segments is that you actually get this assortment of jukebox music, which they did dub as jukebox music in the thing, which plays mainly when you're in the free roam sections, as well as intermission tracks. They play them on these, and it's going to be different. The songs that can play are going to be kind of dependent on where you are on the map, what time of day it is, right, whatever. I don't think there's anything that's necessarily character dependent. I like sometimes going up on this route. It's, again, not faster, but a little bit of an excuse to do a little bit of grind railing is not exactly the biggest deal to me. You know, I think it's pretty cool. Don't do it. Oh, you piece. But I think a lot of the assortment of jukebox music is really, really good in this. That was a pretty bad spot to actually green shell me. Or no, red shell me. Can I do the... Yeah, there we go. And then I kind of, for safety, I like to hop up on that rail. But so much of the music is so good, man. Again, I like the intermission tracks a lot, but if you sat here and told me that you don't like them, bro, like, I could completely understand why. I kind of want to see if I can hold this and then hopefully dodge a blue shell in first. But depending on how... I don't know if that was going for me. That might not have been going for me, to be honest. It is a little faster not to go on these, so just to catch up, I might exactly go on them. But yeah, I think the structure with how we're going to do these, at least for the portion of time where we're doing a cup structure, which will actually be probably most of what we're doing in a Let's Play. Again, I think that there's not going to be a lot of difficulty to this Let's Play. It's going to be a lot of chillax, vibe out, and usually I think this is going to be a Let's Play where I get to ramble a bunch, right? It's gonna be a Let's Play where rambling is going to be a fun time. This is the wall riding section I was talking about. Boom. Boom. Oh, I didn't get the trick, so I didn't get to go off of that. Oh, I didn't do the rain effect. Sometimes it does a thing where when the shock happens, there's like rain effects, or depending on the region you're in. Sometimes if you're in a higher altitude area, it'll be more like a snow. So, you know, I know on Starview Peak, that's a good example. Oh! But you'll have like a snow effect, and your character will actually get covered in snow, and it's like, it's pretty cool. I don't know, gabagoo. I don't know why I said gabagoo. There was probably no reason to do that. Okay, there was probably no reason to do that, but cool. Hey, 60 points if you could imagine it. It's good stuff. Like I said before, I'm gonna let the award ceremonies for each of these play out. But yeah, probably for all of these ones that typically have just a standard 4-cup, or not a four track structure. I'm probably just going to make these videos around 15 minutes or so. You know, though they might bleed a little more into the, I skipped it. I didn't mean to do that. They might bleed a little more into the 20-minute range depending on if I have some yapping to do, but for the most part, I think these are going to be around 15 minutes or so. The Knockout Tour videos might be actually a little shorter. Again, I would like to believe some of these episodes are going to be a little more bite-sized, but I haven't fully decided what exactly the structure of this Let's Play is going to entail other than the Grand Prix, the Knockout Tours, and you know, a bunch of the versus race stuff I want to do with character-dependent stuff, which is probably what a bulk of the Let's Play is going to be. I may not do that depending on how I feel later in the Let's Play, but it's going to be a little while before we get to those anyways. I would also like to find some time to fit in some free roam videos as well. I don't really know for sure how I'm going to do free roam because I'm not going to do everything in free roam, just for the record. I might do a couple episodes dedicated to roaming around in free roam and just yapping, but not really too sure. And I may do some videos where I play in online lobbies and suck. You guys will see that I will suck in them. They will not... It will be a disastrous experience, and I have no other way to tell you that. So, yeah, we're kind of gonna figure this out as we go. But I can already tell this feels great, man. You know, we're on. It's a new era, man. It's the Switch 2. We're Mario Kart World in it. We're straight Mario Kart World in it, and it's great. So, hopefully you guys are gonna be here for the long run. But fellas, that is gonna do it for this episode of Mario Kart World. Fellas, if you enjoyed this video, maybe like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. It's your life. Do what you want. I don't really care. And I will see you fellas in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.